Greetings and welcome everyone. Please let me know if you can hear me by typing a Y on the text chat. I'm waiting for several of you who are trying to log in to confirm if you can hear me well. Welcome on board everyone. Most of my Guardian members are online. Thank you so much for joining. This is very much in line with our Guardian mission, guys. So thank you once again. Hi, John. How are you doing? Hello, Chi, Matt, Ivan, Christina, Eric, Nadia. Wonderful to have you all with me. So this was an urgent call, and I really appreciate all of you listening to this call from my side as well as from your own higher wiser self and joining me today in this very important session that I was guided to do as a part of one of my assignment as well. Plus, I was thinking on addressing this issue about the current situation that is happening all around the world and the importance of frequency at the same time. So without any further ado, let's begin the session. And I would like you all to please stay away from all kind of distractions and make sure to have enough drinking water with you, as we are going to be using some very high scalar wave programs, and it tends to create some, need to drink water and something warm as well. So make sure that you have either water or some kind of tea, herbal teas with you during this session. And also please stay away from any kind of communication via Facebook or using your iPhones or cell phones. Thank you. Natalia, wow. How are you doing, my dear? Dipian, Roy, awesome. We have a number of people who are joining, who are still trying to log in. So I really want everyone to be on board. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and start with the agenda so everyone understands that what we are actually going to be doing today. We are going to be talking about the importance of frequency in the current situation of the world. And for that purpose, I will be giving you some additional insights to what you guys are already aware of with respect to what frequency is and why is it so important to have high level of frequency, especially in the current situation of the world. I will be helping you to tuning back to perfect vibrations using high scalar wave programs. And this is all going to happen because of the law of resonance. So just stay tuned to receiving these perfect vibrations. We will be using the 528 Solfeggio Hertz frequency today. This is going to be a very powerful clearing and activation. And I will also be using a guided meditation with the Solfeggio Hertz to facilitate self and collective healing. We have enough attendees now, and I believe we have a coverage from all over the world at the moment, as we have some from Australia, we have from Ireland, New Zealand, Canada, India, Mexico, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Pakistan. Awesome. Thank you very much, everyone. So let's talk a little bit about the importance of frequency. I'm quite sure that all of you are in the awareness of the fact that everything in this universe, in the cosmos, on the planets, everything vibrates at a specific rate and everything has its own frequency. Yeah? And vibration is everything. Everything vibrates with a specific energy, regardless of being in a human consciousness or as a non-living thing. Everything has a certain vibration. And consciousness is made of energy, which by itself has no mass and no properties. However, in order for the energy to make a difference in the world, it must vibrate with a certain frequency. And as conscious living beings, humans have the power to control this vibration and control this frequency. By exposing the mind and body to the higher level of frequencies, one can easily achieve a greater sense of balance and deep healing. This is possible, and this is where the alternate medication is coming into play very strongly than before, allowing us to understand the importance of frequency by using alternative ways of attaining balance and deep healing. And understand that vibrations and frequencies, they also correspond to emotions. So when we are into motion, our anger, our jealousy or guilt or hatred feelings, these are all negative energies. These, when they become energized within our mind, we actually end up lowering our vibration and frequency. And on the other hand, when we stop identifying with these kind of emotions where negativity prevails, then instead of lowering the frequency, we end up facilitating our vibrations and frequencies to the higher levels. Yeah, and this way you end up experiencing within yourself feelings such as love, peace, gratitude, self-fulfillment. So this is all happening because of the concept of vibration and frequency that revolves around the emotions which we energize via our thoughts. Now let's talk a little bit about what exactly is a frequency and why is it important to have a higher level of frequency in the current situation of the world. So from scientific perspectives, frequency equals the number of waves that passes a given point per second. It is also defined as the rate of sound vibration. Now, the number and rate of thoughts which are generated in our mind per second creates a specific level of frequency within our entire human body. If any one specific thought is repeatedly going through our mind and is energized with any kind of emotion, then it creates a manifestation template with the associated frequency of the thought, and it easily manifests into reality. Every thought and outcome of the thought impacts our reality as well as the reality we all are sharing, the collective reality. Understand that you, as an individual, hold an immense power via your powerful mind, which is a generator of all kinds of thoughts. These thoughts that you generate on per second basis with a repeated, continuous way of thinking a same thought and energizing it with your emotion impacts the collective consciousness, as every thought that you generate in your mind goes directly into the data warehouse of thoughts, which is known as the collective mind, the universal mind. So you see here how we are connected with the collective. Yeah, so if similar thoughts from individuals or a group of people who are working together, once they are tuning into the same thought, these similar thoughts get accumulated within the collective thoughts. So a reality is thus created based on this collective thought. In other words, high frequency thoughts like love, compassion, cooperation, it creates a reality where love and peace prevails. And the opposite of this is fear and hatred, which creates a completely negative reality. Now, I want to ask you all who are attending this session live or who will be attending to it via the replay to sit with this information and decide for yourself that what quality of thoughts you run through your mind on a daily basis and how you are contributing towards the collective reality by simply thinking about any person, thing, or event. Because in our human perception, it is very easy to go into low frequency thoughts of judgment, competition, fear, etc. Right? Yet, once you come to this awareness and consciousness that each one of us is responsible for creating the collective reality, I am sure that several of you will start taking the responsibility of energizing the thoughts consciously. Absolutely. So remember that we are one with the universal life force energy. We all are in tune with the divine source light. No matter what belief system you follow, no matter from which tribe, family, or nationality you belong to, we are all connected because of this single source of consciousness. Though we may not be conscious of it, however, this is the fact. And when we consciously contact the life force energy, it benefits us greatly because we are awakening our consciousness from within and are ready to get into alignment with it. So when we talk about healing any perceived issue on a physical and emotional level, we are actually looking for a harmony within. Whenever there is an issue in our personal lives, we require to get into peace with ourselves in order to see it prevailing outside of us. In our mind, body, and soul, everything works together based on our emotions, energized by our thoughts. So when we feel good about ourselves and our life, every cell within our body acquires a healthy frequency and generates more identical cells called happy cells. Happy and joyful thoughts, right? Hence a joyful reality. So do you have this thought that there is more to life than the mere pursuit of things that do not last for long? Do emotions last long? Well, on daily basis, you go through thousands of thoughts and maybe even more number of emotions, right? So nothing is constant. However, the impact of running the thoughts with emotions does have a very long-term effect. So how many of you have this understanding? This is actually called the awakening. This is the awakening from the illusions of Maya when you understand that you have the control to shift your reality and thus the reality of the collective. A new lesson, a new realization, awakening of your soul. Every single one of you, when you make this conscious choice that you will attain the highest possible level of frequency via your thoughts and via your prayers, meditations, your interactions with the high scalar wave frequency programs, then you become that frequency holder of the planet, which is required at this present time to impact the collective consciousness and collective reality. However, this is a task that requires to be done on daily basis because the graph of frequency comes down very easily by just one single negative thought. A lot of mind mastery is required here. Mastering your thoughts, not an easy task. However, it is something that requires to be done religiously. Monitoring of your thoughts and choosing consciously your choices based on your thoughts, which will result in your actions. So oscillating and vibrating with high frequency will positively impact your reality as well as the reality of the collective. The reality of Mother Earth right now requires consciously aware beings to start acting on this specific concept of high level of frequency. Attainment of high level of frequency is a must for every conscious being on this planet. Yeah? All right, so let's go ahead now, and first I will give you the disclaimer of what I'm going to be doing using the codes of R and the Solfeggio Hertz frequency codes of R. So understand that the tools that I'm going to be using today are just tools, as there is no higher power other than God's and the power of our intentions and what we choose to believe in. Your intent lays the foundation of your thoughts, your choices, and actions. So let's go ahead and make a very strong intent right now that whatever we are going to learn in today's session and the frequencies that we are going to be attaining through the activation of various scalar wave programs today, we are going to be consciously respecting them, and we are going to be consciously using them for the betterment of our own reality and the reality of the collective. Okay, the codes of R have been created to be a reminder of this one source God's power. So please be very clear about it. We are not giving the power to the codes. The power of the codes are there based on the higher power of God Almighty and the power of your intentions. And the codes of our session are not here to replace any medical intervention. However, they are used to increase one's own self-healing and self-mastery powers. And all these mandalas, books, teachings, codes, these are tools to enhance, bring awareness to, or support what is already within you. The codes that you are going to be receiving today, these are all created by Yvonne Delafleur, who is the president of Delafleur Teaching Institute and the president of High School for Conscious Evolution. So the very first topic of discussion that we are going to go now in terms of the high frequency activations is the Solfeggio Hertz frequencies using the 528 Hertz frequency. Solfeggio Hertz frequencies have great healing power. Every code that is either created for you to receive healing or to receive empowerment, these are all living codes of consciousness. They are imbued with very strong frequencies of sound tones, geometrical patterns, intents, and prayers. And as I mentioned before, your intent is the foundation of everything. So when these codes are created, by the intent that goes into the code actually brings the healing powers within these codes. The intent of service for humanity, the intent of bringing goodness within and around. Yeah? And of course, the divine source God is guiding you and all who are interacting with these codes to receive these frequencies, as these are for your highest good. You can use anything for your highest good provided your intent is encoded within it. And these are like energetic prescriptions that I will be using once again today. These are used for self-healing powers, again, as per your intent. The Solfeggio Hertz frequencies are basically aligning you with the rhythms and tones that forms the basis of the universe. The frequencies are set to increasingly raise your frequency when you interact with them. Each Solfeggio frequency helps to peel back layers of negativity and energy blockages, helping you to experience emotional and spiritual release. They are meant to restore human consciousness to its full power and potential. And according to Dr. Leonard, 528 Hertz frequency, which I'm going to be using today, is the central to the musical mathematical matrix of creation. More than any sound previously discovered, the love frequency 528 resonates at the heart of everything. It connects your heart, your spiritual essence, to the spiraling reality of heaven and earth. The 528 Hertz is the bioenergy of health and endurance. It is the harmonic vibration, which lifts your heart and divine voice in harmony. So can you imagine how beautiful the world would be with the love vibration permeating the air? If every single individual who is consciously aware of their thoughts also starts resonating and using the 528 Hertz frequency, which is the frequency of love, then the whole planet will transform overnight. And believe me, more and more people are awakening spiritually, mentally, and emotionally to these things. They are choosing consciously to attune themselves with these high frequencies and sound tones. The healing frequency helps a person to flow in perfect rhythm and harmony with the divine universal laws. And if you are going to add up 5 to 8, you can do a quick mathematics right now. It all comes to number 6. Number 6 is the icon for physical manifestation. Yeah? The symbol 6 reflects the spiraling down from heaven into the wholeness of the earth. And in fact, the love frequency can be fundamental to broadcasting all matter and energy into reality according to the law of physics. Nearly our entire global economy is unfortunately built upon a foundation of illness, sickness, and death. However, the powerful frequency of love can end the problem on the earth if you believe on it. So I encourage you all to use the 528 Hertz frequency to restore human consciousness to its full power and potential. This frequency is a frequency of love. And when we say the frequency of love, we are talking about miracles here. It restores human consciousness to its full power and potential. And it is also associated with DNA repair. In many of my sessions, I use the sound tones of 528 Solfeggio Hertz frequency, which are embedded within the codes of Ah that are used as energetic prescriptions and DNA activations, and I have seen the results within myself and my clients. It happens overnight for some. Now, using the Tesla technologies, this is what shows up as an imagery on running the tonal frequency of 528 Hertz. I'm going to run the sound of the 528 Hertz. This sound is the basics of all the meditations, healing tones that are used elsewhere in the world. So just listen to this sound. What did you felt in your entire body? A lot of tinglings for sure. Natalia saying heart expansion. Ivan is saying my crown chakra started to open immediately. Eric saying tingling. Matt is saying lot of peace. So usually the sound tones associated with the 528 Hertz are required to be tuned in for at least 2 minutes. So you can attune yourself to the higher level of health and endurance by simply tuning into this sound tone for at least 2 minutes. Now, this 528 Hertz design that you are seeing here is actually also encoded in the next code that I'm going to be using here. This is basically the code of Ah, the absolute harmonic code of Ah, which is the Ah energy medicine, a new paradigm in evolved consciousness. And the sound that I am going to be playing once again as a part of the meditation during this session, all these sounds are basically vibrational frequencies that are used to repair any damaged tissues and cells within the body. So it has a lot of healing powers within it. It works on the idea that all matter is vibrating at specific frequencies, and sickness, disease, depression, and stress that is usually caused because of our thoughts, they get cleared immediately as soon as we attune ourselves to the 528 Hertz frequencies. It's a very high level of frequency. So because of the law of resonance, anything that is vibrating and oscillating at a high frequency, when we consciously interact with that frequency, we automatically attune ourselves to that higher frequency. So it's all around the concept of quantum physics and science. Usage of the Solfeggio Hertz frequency has been proven to bring about immediate shifts in your consciousness. And when we are talking about the new paradigm, we are actually talking about something bigger. Look at the big picture. An approaching shift in thinking that when realized, we will constitute a deep collective change in the way we see ourselves in the universe. The Global Consciousness Project, which is led by psychologist Roger Nelson, found that when dramatic world events occur and millions of minds respond with similar emotions, strange patterns of order emerges in the data. Where attention goes, order mysteriously flows. In other words, where your focus goes, energy flows. So when you work with higher frequency quantum tools, the level of consciousness shift as a default outcome of your interaction. You start discerning easily what is for yours and others' highest good. And you start focusing more on the goodness and positivity. You focus more on solutions and opportunities. You stop relating yourself with stress and depression, and instead you start looking at the brighter and bigger picture. And as I mentioned, this all happens due to the law of resonance, which by definition means that vibration of the same harmonious frequencies resonates with each other. Yeah? So your interaction with the codes of Ah will elevate your current frequency, and all happens for your highest good. The codes of Ah that you are going to be interacting with today have the default template of Shri Yantra and high sound tones, and this particular code is the 528 love frequency code of Ah. Your higher self, which is you in the higher dimension of consciousness, knows what is best for you. And it is actually directly connected with the divine source God, receiving the guidance, so that you should always be trusting your higher self, receiving these frequencies for your highest good. So let's go ahead and start tuning in to the frequency of this code. You probably are already feeling a lot of different type of sensations in your body. I'm going to do the activation commands now. You continue looking at the center of the code, inhale the code into your third eye, and then through an out breath, send this code to every single cell and particle of your being, infusing every organ, chakra, meridian with the frequency of 528, love frequency code of Ah. Everyone, please go ahead and drink some water, hydrating yourself well. You can also infuse the water with this code and drink it. How's everyone doing? Still with me? Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, there's a lot of stillness coming back to your divine essence. We are actually all in the possession of the divine essence. However, we tend to forget about this connection. So it's a good opportunity to get back to this awareness and connection. The frequency of love, miracle by itself. Now, the next activation is actually a meditation exercise that I will be requesting all of you to do with me. According to one of the research studies from the university in Germany, which was done on 67,562 respondents, this study revealed that people who believe in a divine principle underlying all beings and that all things in the world have a common source are more satisfied in their lives than compared to the ones who do not share this belief. Those with the sense of oneness are more in peace and are more strong in all of their choices and actions. So, going with this belief in the strength of oneness among all, please visualize yourself holding hands together with all the attendees of this session with the imagery of Mother Earth in the center of this circle, just the way I am showing you here. As soon as you set your intent to hold hands together, you are going to feel both of your palms, the palms of your hands, start tingling. Can you feel it? Your choice to be a part of this webinar by itself reveals a lot about your level of consciousness, my dears. And I'm really humbled and honored to be in your presence. Listening to this call to come together to work for the benefit of yourself and the collective consciousness shows how committed you are in your current beingness, how committed you are to the evolution of the self and collective. Now, once this imagery is clear, close your eyes for a few seconds with this imagery in your mind, holding hands together with all the attendees of this session, seeing Mother Earth in the middle of this circle. The 528 Hertz frequency is now encoded within you. You probably are still hearing the buzziness in your entire body from the tonal sound frequency as well. So we are creating a very strong resonance here. Now go ahead and start looking at the center of this beautiful code. Visualize this code, which is a multi-dimensional code of consciousness. Visualize it as a vibrant sun bathing your entire being with the golden liquid filaments. You are all holding hands together. So this is a kind of a ripple effect going all around this circle. The visualization from each one of you is not just empowering you, but the entire circle. Visualize this golden liquid light nourishing all of your embodied chakras, expanding them and filling them with this radiant light. Transmuting any negativity and balancing all of your chakras now. Keep running this golden liquid light in your entire body. Through your holding hands together, you are actually sending this same visualization to your neighbors who are holding hands together with you. So the entire circle is getting more and more energized right now. This group dynamic is very important to be empowered right now before we can focus on our work for Mother Earth. Now focus on your heart, which is filled with this golden liquid light. Feel your heart chakra expanding and becoming more and more vibrant with this golden liquid light. And now with this conscious awareness, emit this beautiful liquid light within your entire group, which is holding hands together right now, creating a circle of golden liquid light around Mother Earth. In this meditation, we are working with the higher dimensional levels with the golden light within our heart, our solar self, one with the central sun and divine source light. We are activating this light around Mother Earth, energizing ourselves and emitting love from your golden heart for all humans, plants, animals. Entire Mother Earth is now receiving this golden liquid light from each one of you, focusing the grids of the entire Mother Earth. See all the grids illuminating with this golden liquid light, focusing more on the areas to clear and infuse this light where the tyrant activities are negatively impacting humanity and Mother Earth. Focus on clearing grids of Amazon rainforest. Remember that your energy flows where your intent goes. The entire planet receiving this golden liquid light from you. Stay with this visualization and tune yourself to this sound. You are the frequency holder of these powerful sound tones and absolute harmonic frequencies. Probably are feeling a lot of tingling and warm sensations now. Be assured that this group dynamics is working right now with your conscious intent of bathing the entire Mother Earth, illuminating the grids of clearing it from the negativity, the impacts of tyrant activities, clearing all the holodynes, activating divine source light in every single existence on Mother Earth. spreading the joy of love. This is something that you can continue via your powerful intents and visualizations if you are called to provide this as a service for Mother Earth. And the energy is also quantum for this beautiful activation. All of you can now bring yourself back into your present current reality. Rub your hands together and open your eyes. It was a very strong and powerful activation. Thank you so much. And how is everyone doing? It was extremely powerful, especially as I was feeling my feet very heavy to start with. Also, there was a bit of, painful sensations in my left hand. However, I understand from this work that this is all a part of the clearing and activation. So as I felt the quantum release of the energy in my left hand, I was sure that what we have intended to do in this collective meditation has been done in the best way possible for the highest good for all. Yes, Ivan, I felt it too. As a part of our guardian missions as well, Ivan, Eric, Christina, Ashish, Nadia, we all are to tune in to these quantum healing frequencies as much as possible as per our received guidance and work on the grids, right? All right, everyone. Now, apart from what we have been doing using the quantum healing tools and the Solfeggio Hertz frequencies with the sound tones, I also want to bring to your attention that you can continue elevating your frequency by practicing awareness and consciousness about your thoughts. This is one of the most difficult assignments, actually. Also, practice appreciating yourself and be thankful for all of your blessings. Choose conscious choices in foods and drink. Whatever you eat, you require to really be very consciously aware of what you are putting in your body, right? And of course, practicing appreciation for oneself is something that, again, comes as a challenge for a lot of people, Ben, but please understand that praising yourself and your journey, along with what you have accomplished so far, is very important for your self-evolution and self-empowerment. No one other than you know your story and struggle, right? So do find out time to be with yourself, really be with yourself, and also generate these positive, uplifting thoughts consciously about yourself. You know that this conscious awareness about your thoughts is going to add up to the collective mindset in shifting the collective reality. So do it as one of your maybe assignments for the next coming week and see how it transforms your reality. Just take it as an assignment, guys. I'm talking to all of you now, not just Ben. Take it as an assignment of shifting your reality by first appreciating yourself and generating positive, uplifting thoughts about yourself. Because whatever you are projecting is going to go into the data warehouse of the collective mindset anyway, whether you like it or not. This is the flow. And choosing consciously about your food and drinks is also very important, especially blessing your food before consuming it and saying thank you and paying gratitude for this opportunity and blessing received by you is also very important. Stay connected with nature, meditate, stay well hydrated, practice kindness, and stay humble. These are all some very easy, maybe for some of you, or may not be very easy for some of you, but these are some points that if you will start practicing on routine basis, you will continue the elevation of your frequency. And plus, when you consciously connect yourself with the quantum frequencies and healing tones, that by itself transmutes negativity and bring about the healing powers within you. Okay? Now, understand that living with high frequency is a choice which you make in every now moment. Every now single moment counts when you talk about frequency. One single negativity brings the graph of your frequency down. So it is very important in the current situation of the world right now to vibrate and oscillate with the highest possible frequency individually, as it is going to go into the collective mindset to shift the collective reality for everyone. And also with your conscious awareness via your powerful intents, focus on the areas of the world where you are guided to work on the grid level as well as on the human level. The tyrant activities, unfortunately, are getting stronger because of the agenda of the fallen races. However, now is the time for all the consciously awakened beings to do their part of the work. Choose to vibrate and oscillate with high, powerful frequency and shift the reality which is not very favorable at this time with the powerful visualization of seeing the entire world transforming into joy, abundance, and peace. You can do it because God Almighty has given you a very powerful tool in the form of your mind. So you have the power within you to bring this transformation across the globe. Now let's go ahead and complete the session for today. This is your beautiful golden liquid heart representation. Yeah, feel it. Feel it within your heart. The golden liquid light still with you. It will be with you as long as you are consciously aware of it. It is humbly requested in the name of divine love and by the laws of the golden liquid realms and alchemical powers that all attendees and Mother Earth be infused with the divine source light, charging everyone and everything with new codes, new templates, and new soul programming from the higher wiser self and the higher realms for the highest good for the entire humanity and Mother Earth. Tahija and Tudai. I salute your crystal's avatar self from my crystal's avatar self, and I truly wish that you all have integrated this session in the best way possible and in line with your higher selves. Salamat everyone, and thank you once again for your beautiful presence in this special webinar with me. I will be looking forward to be working with you guys once again soon, hopefully next month. For any inquiries, please contact me on my email, and this is my website where you can register yourself to receive all the announcements. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my website to be intact with all the latest offers from my side. Much love to all of you. Take care. Good night from my side of the world.